Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses are the gold standard for camera glasses these days, but the new Oakley Meta HSTN smart glasses feature higher resolution video and a fresh design. Meta says the new Oakleys sport 3K video resolution, while Ray-Ban Metas are restricted to 1080p. To see this change, you'll need to first go into the Meta AI app, tap on your glasses settings icon, tap Media, select Video Settings, then pick High Resolution Video from the list. While you cannot select the aspect ratio, both glasses only record in 9:16 portrait mode, the language Meta uses here is interesting. The settings suggest a frame rate option could be coming soon, but for now, the only option is resolution. Maybe 60 frames per second is on the horizon? We'll have to see. Alright, now on to the video quality. Seeing them side by side is less of a difference than I might have thought initially, but if you look close, you can see some obvious differences that are more prominent sometimes than others. This video's resolution sits at 3,152 pixels tall from the Oakleys, while the Ray-Bans record at just 26 pixels high. That's a substantial difference on paper. The bitrate was also marginally better at 2,000 kilobits per second higher. This should equate to fewer compression artifacts, and that's certainly the case in some parts of the picture, but it's less prominent in other places. Seems to me that the parts of the image with the highest contrast are where you'll find the resolution and bitrate improvements make the biggest differences. This next video's resolution is slightly different, a trend you'll see continue as we go through this video. The resolution dropped a tiny bit on both glasses, although this time the Ray-Bans are using the higher bitrate. Ironically, this doesn't seem to have helped the Ray-Bans at all, as there are significant compression artifacts on the petals and leaves of this sunflower. Overall, the Oakleys have a fair advantage in this situation because of the stark contrast between the plants and the blue sky. Next, I took a stroll through a little bamboo forest to see how they handled a darker situation. The Oakleys feel marginally clearer here, but it's not until I look up at the tops of the bamboo where the biggest difference comes into play. As you'd expect from a higher resolution, complex parts of the image, like thousands of leaves, just look better on the Oakleys. No real surprise there. I've always liked how Ray-Ban Metas handled motion, as they've done an excellent job of smoothing the video out even when running, jumping, or other activities. Sure enough, you can see the resolution is lower, which tells me there's some electronic image stabilization going on. This is definitely not optically stabilized. This next walking section has a good bit of lighting range going on, with lots of very bright areas juxtaposing the dark areas. I don't see any difference between the two glasses in terms of dynamic range, as both handle the dark underside of the tree canopy very well. The Oakleys range from slightly sharper to a lot sharper, depending on where I look in the video. Right here is a good example of one of the more extreme differences I could find. I scrubbed through to make sure to grab the clearest shot from this part for both glasses, so the differences you're seeing here should not be down to motion blurring. I tried a few darker light settings, and it seems the difference between the two dwindles down to basically nothing as the brightness drops. These are both teeny tiny sensors, and they're not super great for low light imagery. For this last video section, I had the glasses on the side of my head while I drove. The resolution in this video is the lowest I've seen so far, and I have a feeling it's because the motion of the car caused the glasses to cut down the video a lot to account for it. EIS in action again. While there's still a 1,000 pixel difference in the video resolution, the difference visually is ultra subtle. If you asked me what the difference was without telling me which video is which, I'd say they're the same picture. Speaking of pictures, there's no difference at all in the photo quality between the Oakley Metas and the Ray-Ban Metas. Photos are super saturated and very Instagram worthy, which makes a lot of sense given who makes them. I'd say overall, I'm a little disappointed in the difference between the Oakleys and the Ray-Bans. Now, both are great cameras, but the 3K quality of the Oakleys doesn't seem to be the drastic departure from Ray-Ban's 1080p that I expected. I'll keep putting them through their paces, but for now, I don't think most people will notice much of a difference between these two smart glasses cameras, although I think lots of people will love using either model. They're just a lot of fun.